Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss Pre-Market Report for Wednesday, September 27th, 2017. Happy Hump Day, everyone. I'm Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. We had an inside day in the previous session here, and so far are working on an inside day today, double inside day, likely to stay that way, but the ES has been within a very narrow range at these highs overall. And we really haven't seen much movement away from the zone. One thing that we were talking about in the trading room is watching that 2490 zone, 2480 in general. But you have this very narrow range that's formed above the recent key range highs. There's been an inability to really push higher out of that zone. So if there's any failure to hold 2480, we could be looking at a little bit more pullback here, perhaps into 2460, maybe even a little bit lower. If that type of pullback occurs again, it would still be an overall buying opportunity for another round of strength. Right now, still holding at these highs, but not really driving. And sometimes when that happens, you have to knock out some stops before you can see new highs. So right now, still nothing very great to work off of. Inside day, you got to be careful and cautious here. Any pullback could still be the better opportunity. So being patient is likely the best way to go. Looking at crude oil right now, you'll notice crude oil has been quite bullish overall. We've had a big time stop run day 2 sessions ago, big rally through 52s. One thing we talked about in our trading room with regards to crude was if price did see a major stop run day and a price discovery phase, any failure to hold above that high would return prices back to the mid. It came within 10 ticks of that mid, and any pullback toward that mid could be a buying opportunity for a continuation back toward 52.95. So 52.95 is the next upside key level. Bulls trying to keep 51.20's bid for a continuation into that target. You have multiple day highs here, right here. So any push through those highs could lead to another stop run day that leads to more strength to the next upside target, 52.95. And we also have 53.53 above as well. So right now, still continued overall strength ahead. Any pullback could still be a buying opportunity for further upside price discovery. Taking a look at the NQ. Here it is. The NQ has seen much more weakness. Tech has seen much more weakness than the broader market. This all kind of started with a failed new high, big time breakdown, another failed new high, another breakdown, and right now price is approaching the previous session's high. I mentioned to our group yesterday in the trading room that if there's any rejection here of this high, that could be the beginning of another 2-day drop, perhaps back to 58.18 or as low as 57.63. That's the FOMC key level from June 14th. So right now, watching very, very closely to see how does price behave here. The previous session's high right now is 59.12 half. The current session high is 59.1375, so we are already above it. And this is also at the previous week's low. That's the previous week's low here. Bears trying to keep it offered. So if there's any rejection above 59.12, 59.15, that could lead to another round of weakness ahead. So keep an eye on that level. Let's take a look now at gold futures. Here's a look at gold. The previous session here, we got a nice push right into our 13.17s. That's something we talked about, that we could see a move into 13.17 after rejecting down here. We got that move. Right here, there was a failure right at it, maybe a tick above it, and now we're already back down. Crude, or rather gold here, has had a quite a bit of weakness here after seeing that drop away from these highs. And so far, we've seen failed new high after failed new high, and now we're seeing a lower high form. That could lead to much more weakness below, perhaps in 7740, and back to composite VPOC of 1253.60. So this lower high could lead to much more weakness ahead, and that's now the key pivot to watch, 13.17. That's the kind of the division between bulls and bears right now. Bears defending, looking for newer lows. All right, a quick heads up here. If you take a look at PivotBoss.com, I'll click on news here. It'll take me down here, SPV birthday special with the upcoming webinars here. Basically, we're going to be hosting this evening at 6 p.m. a webinar entitled The Power of Pivot-Based Analysis. And This is going to really be kind of an introduction to my book, Secrets of a Pivot Boss, and show you some of the power behind pivot-based analysis. There's a lot of different content in Secrets of a Pivot Boss, and I wanted to share a little of that content for those of you who are either novice traders or newer to trading. But this content is also for traders of all experience levels. So anyone and everyone is welcome to attend this evening. Again, it's going to be at 6 p.m. You can use this link right here to join using Join Me, or you can download the free app and follow these instructions here to join. So I hope to see you this evening at 6 p.m. Central for my webinar, The Power of Pivot-Based Analysis. All right, that's it for now. Let's see how this thing plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck and trade well.